I just want to say congrats to Kyle and his staff and his team and just the excitement around his program and making the NCAA tournament and being a high seed and getting to Omaha. I'm really excited for him. I hope fans go. I hope Cougs everywhere get up to Omaha. And if you're not, then get ready to come out to Beasley and help us. Try to win some games and try to do something special in postseason play that we haven't done before. New tournament. It's the new WNIT for women's basketball. I think we're all a little bit disappointed in not making the NCAA, but thrilled to be playing postseason. I think if you had asked us back a few years ago, would you be disappointed for 4 years straight, being in postseason play? Is there any chance you'd be disappointed in the fourth year? There would be no disappointment. Just thinking about doing something like that is pretty unreal for our program. Um, this is big, and it's big for us. We get another chance to be better than we were when we played against Cal in the tournament. And I really do think that this team has a chance to play its best basketball all season long. We've had a great week of practice. I know the team is excited to get to play again. And obviously, we're thrilled to be playing at home back in front of our fans and try to get on a run and go deep into this tournament.
Was there any hesitation to accept an invite to the WBIT?
No, there's no hesitation whatsoever. I mean, this is a prestigious postseason tournament. Obviously, everybody wants to make the NCAA. I think we were right there. I think we had a win maybe in the tournament probably would have gotten us into the NCAA tournament. Just disappointed we didn't make that. But, like I said, postseason is big. We're a 1 seed in this tournament, which again is a reflection of how good a season we've had all year and the respect that we have throughout the country and obviously for this tournament. Next 32 teams are in this tournament. I mean, what a great honor to be in it and prove ourselves, go out and again, the goal is to play our very best basketball that we've played all year. And I do think this team is motivated and they want to play, and we're thrilled to be playing.
Like you said, 1 seed. We'll be hosting Lamar. What do you know about Lamar?
I don't know anything about Lamar. They've had a great season. I think they're a program that, in so many ways, some mid majors that really, only get one team into the NCAA tournament, one bid league. Really, sometimes is really unfortunate. You can have phenomenal seasons and probably be as good as anyone. So many of those trying to get into the NCAA tournament. But clearly, I know they're excited to be in this tournament as well. They're going to come in here really confident. I think they've won, 25 or 26 games this year. So obviously a team that's been winning a lot and is used to winning. So it's going to be a big challenge for our program to, again, to face someone new, someone that we haven't seen before, and like I said, the challenge is to play better basketball than we've ever played this year.
What do you feel the Cougars have to do to make a deep run?
Yeah, thanks so much. We've just spent a lot of time this week just getting back to attention to detail, being about effort and I don't know what we term, winning plays, putting yourself in position to make more plays. We were disappointed in a lot of our quite frankly, we just didn't play hard enough against Cal. They beat us on the boards. They beat us to 50-50 balls. It felt like they were the hungrier team. And I can't tell you how that stings as a coach and as a program that's been built on, outworking people and being that team that gets more out of your talent and plays harder than other people. So we've gotten back to playing hard and getting after it every single day and finding people that want to compete, not just on game day, but wants to compete every single day in practice. So I like us. I like how we've responded. I think we've had great practices. I think we've had really solid play by our so-called experienced players in practice. but just we keep saying it every single day. It means nothing if you don't show up on game day and outwork the opponent. So I expect us to play harder than we have in the past, and I expect us to play passionate about trying to win that game.
One more question, Kamie. Again, you mentioned it earlier, but touching on the four straight postseason appearances, I think a lot of fans probably wouldn't have dreamed of this before you came on board. Talk about program building in the context of making postseason 4 straight years.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting standing in front of our team tonight and seeing disappointment in our players' faces and feeling as though, they're looking back at you going, what happened? I thought, this isn't what we wanted. This is a great tournament. I'm glad we're going. They're excited to be going, but they obviously wanted to be in the NCAA tournament, and the expectation has been to make the NCAA tournament. So I'm glad about that. I'm glad we've built a little bit of a tradition and expectation of making the NCAA, and we want to go back to that. We want to get to postseason play. We want to get to the NCAA tournament. We want to make deep runs in the NCAA. But in the meantime, I think, we were a bubble team. We were right there. We didn't finish the season great. And now the opportunity before us is to, make a deep run into this tournament. And I think that really sets us up well for our future, gets young players a lot of experience in playing the postseason. And so we need to take advantage of this opportunity and treat this like just gold. It's to us, it's gold. This is an opportunity to not just play one game, but to make a deep run into this tournament.
So you talked about um, the mindset of your players and how your players were, disappointed not to be making the NCAA tournament again. How are you able to kind of harness that disappointment and maybe use it as fuel for this upcoming tournament? And what's kind of the mindset going into this tournament?
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I think the thing that we've really spoken to our team about and preached in practice is, um, being competitive can't be a on and off kind of thing. You know, Going to the Pac-12 and not being the more competitive team on the court was a real eye opener. I didn't see that coming for our team. So we've spent every day in practice since then, getting our players to understand what competition looks like, what playing hard looks like, what the expectation of to try to make yourself a better player, from the start of practice to the end of practice. Just to get back to the standard that we need to play hard every single possession and every single game and every single day. So I look at, we got to keep proving that. And I think our expectation is now we have something to look forward to. We got a game, we have an opponent, we have a tournament that we're in. And whatever that tournament is and whoever that opponent is, this is about us walking on that floor, being the most competitive team imaginable, and not letting another opportunity slip by. And I feel like we've let a couple opportunities at the end of this season slip by, and we've just got to be that team that doesn't let that happen again.
I know you've spoken about wanting to put, the loss of Charlize for the season behind this team, but how much of a factor do you think that's played on your team's mindset or effort is not having Charlize on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of confidence in the players. I mean, the players have proven to be great players at times. The consistency factor has not been what we've been known for this season. AT is phenomenal, and when she's directed and motivated, she is our best leader on the court. But probably she's a young point guard still. She's a sophomore, and we really need her to grow up and to have the understanding that her disposition, her leadership, her energy, her body language is what drives us. And so there's going to be a lot on her because how she goes, we go in so many ways. Bella is the exact same. I could say the exact same thing about her. She drives us. She has got to be the hardest working post player that we have. She's got to be someone that scores for us. She's got to be active. She's got to be, her default has to be energy. B has been that for us. We just have to get a little bit more scoring out of her. So I think those two players in particular, Bella and AT, the thing that needs to drive us the rest of this season is their consistent energy and performance and showing up on game day and being the best two leaders and players for our team. I think if we get that out of those two players, we're going to have a great opportunity to advance because everybody else follows their lead. I really honestly believe that. I think LA has been phenomenal as a freshman and has been one of the most consistent performers on our team, which is amazing for a freshman. But so I don't expect anything different from her. What I want is those a little bit that upperclassmen to step into tremendous leadership roles and be our two best players going forward. And I'll just tell you, I know it's just been practice. I feel like we've gotten that out of them this week in practice. Now we have to, those two have to show up and be our best players on game day.
How much confidence can you take from several bright spots this season, including the way you ended the regular season in Colorado, and how can you translate that to on a consistent basis?
Yeah, it's consistency is
Yeah.
everything. And again, I go back to AT was phenomenal at Colorado. Bella was pretty phenomenal at Colorado. Obviously, Tara was amazing. We made shots. I think we go back and we look at the Cal game, and we literally got a lot of good shots and didn't make them. So shot making is a big part of it. But I was really disappointed in our defensive effort, our rebounding effort, and clearly, those are the consistent factors of the game that we got to get to. And again, the driving force has to be our upper class, Tara, Bella, and AT. And if those three players show up and lead us in the way that I know they're capable of and the way they have, I think we can make a deep run into this tournament.
And did you host the team at your house today?
Yes, we did.
How important is that to get the team together at the end of the regular season and await, your postseason?
Yeah. I think it was a little bit of not knowing what was happening. In years past, we just knew we were in the tournament. This one was a little bit low key, because we didn't know. But like I said, it's great getting together. It's great knowing that we're going to be in postseason. We knew we would be in postseason. It's honestly great to know and to have a team that's expecting to be in the NCAA tournament and is a little bit disappointed. So all of those are great signs for our program. A program that's got a lot of pride to us, has expectation and has a standard that we want to be in the NCAA tournament. But like I said, we're not there this year, and this is a phenomenal opportunity for us to be in postseason. Could be a leapfrog, opportunity for us, for our young players to get great minutes and great postseason experience. So we're going to take advantage of it as much as we can. And again, going to lean on those upper class and leaders that are going to be really determined to make sure that we play our best basketball this season.